Welcome to Patty's Aquatics, and I'm Patty. So today what I got is a review video for you guys, and just recently I decided to add air back into my fish tanks in my fish room here, and I added a few sponge filters as well. And with that, that means I need an air pump or pumps in order to start doing that again. And really I want it to be more efficient. Instead of having multiple air pumps plugged in all over my fish room to be able to supply my tanks, I wanted to try to have one centralized air pump to do that. And that's where this came in hand. Hygger nicely sent me this. This is the Hygger High Efficiency AC/DC Air Pump. Now, this thing is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I already have it hooked up and I've been having it run for, I don't know, the last like probably 2 to 3 weeks. So let me show you where I got it hooked up, show you some of his features, and I think you're going to like it. So this is the fish room. And like I said, the majority of my tanks, I have air or sponge filters running in them now. Not every tank, but just about all of them. And that air pump has come in handy. Now I have it tucked away in this corner over here. So I'll do my best to be able to show you everything about it. As you can see, it's not small, but it's not enormously big either and obnoxious. And it's not loud. Like, that was like one of my biggest things with this thing. I didn't want a big air pump if it was going to be very loud and defeat the purpose of having, just one centralized one. And, you hear about like some of these linear air pumps that can be so loud you got to put them in another room. Well, this thing is super soft. And that's one thing I like about it. You don't hear it barely at all. And like I said, it also comes with tubing. It gives you a tubing and a gang valve that comes with it, a nice metal one that has 6 ports. It also comes with air hoses for dropping down into your tanks and air stones. Now, the biggest thing about this thing that's just very cool as well is that this has a battery backup to it. So if you would lose power during like a power failure or a storm, this thing's going to keep running for you and keep pumping air into your aquariums. And that's another thing that I did like about this thing as well. Like, I know for a fact in my aquariums and the way that I have them set up, I really don't need to worry about if the air gets shut off. But if it's something going to be long term, it's nice to know that I do have a little bit of a backup here that I don't have to worry about. Now, for me, I have at least 9 tanks running off of this thing right now. I have that gang valve off to another one. I have these 2 tanks here. This one, that's on a wave maker, so I don't have that hooked up. I have the axolotl tank running off of it. I also have all the tanks on this wall running off that air pump and down there as well. And that's just off of this one. And I could actually add even more if I wanted to. And that's what I love about this thing. The size of it, it's able to successfully maintain an entire fish room off of this one pump itself. Now, after I got those all hooked up, there's a controller here, and this is going to give you how much power it goes to it just by turning it up and down. The more you turn it up, the more air is going to go in it. And I only have it set at what? That's probably 40% power right now compared to 100%. And that successfully like pumps enough air into all these tanks. That's why I said I could probably successfully go with at least 15 or more tanks running this thing and being very efficient and not being loud on top of it. And that's what I love as well. Now, this thing can be used for multiple things, not only just a fish room. You could use this outside for, say, a pond. If you have a fish store itself and you want to do multiple tanks to be able to successfully pump air into your aquariums, any type of display tanks, maybe in some stores or restaurants. This thing has multiple uses. Now, like I said, the biggest key points that I love about this thing is, one, it's quiet, it's efficient, it can run multiple tanks from it. It's got that battery backup power to it, which I think is just phenomenal, especially nowadays. You never know when you're going to lose power, and it's nice, especially if you don't have planted tanks or something that's going to be able to help you through, any of those situations. And like I said, they provide everything for you. They give you air stones, they give you drop downs, airline drop downs, a gang valve. So It has everything in it in this package, and it can't steer you wrong. And I really love this pump so far. Like I said, it's been running for about 3 weeks now in my fish room, and everything's been doing great. I've had no issues. Like I said, plenty of power to it, and not a lot of noise, and that's what I love a lot about it. So, well, that was my look at the Hygger HG067, the high efficiency AC/DC air pump. Now, like I said, I highly recommend this thing. If you're someone in my shoes that maybe has a smaller fish room of maybe like 10, 15, 20 tanks, and you're looking for maybe one air pump to really run those off of, and you don't want to spend the money on a linear air pump, this thing will do the trick for you. Like I said, many uses, but like I said, that battery backup is huge for this with me. Like, to be able to have the power go off and not have to worry about losing air at all anywhere within your aquariums. The fact, like, again, this thing is not loud at all. I don't hear the air pump at all, if you want me to be completely honest. All I hear is the air coming out of the air stones once in a while, and that's about it. And that says a lot. So this air pump is great. Now, if you're interested in this thing, check out the description of the video. I'll have links in there for the Hygger website. I think I'll also have it for Amazon. But check out their website as well, because I said they have a lot of cool products, and I reviewed a lot of them over the last year or so. And I'm really liking the products that come from Hygger. Like I said, they've been very innovative, in my opinion, when it comes to a lot of things in the industry here. And this is just another one of those that are going to help us out in the community that are looking for maybe a little bit more power in their air pumps without and having to get rid of all the extra ones you have to plug in and be a little bit more efficient by only having one thing plugged in instead of, say, like 5. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And always remember to think outside the box and take a step back into nature. I hope to see you next time here at Patty's Aquatics.